The opponent is holding on to 2 shields, but Swampert is very near their back-to-back Hydro Cannons. First one draws the shield. We're 1 mud shot away, and the opponent froze. They are now energy dry. Our Beedrill is absolutely loaded. They are not going to reach the foul play. We farm down. We've got back-to-back drill runs to go. There is no baiting on this channel. First drill run draws the shield. Second one is going to be all she wrote. GG's, and thanks for playing. So, let's get into today's video. Yes, content has been very limited recently. Fossil Cup was brutal. I tanked my elo into the 1900s. You fucking hate to see it. I then went on holiday to Ibiza, got very sunburned. Yes, sunburn is very painful. Use sun cream, unlike me. That is my top tip of the day, but we're now back at it. We are going to have to grind our way through the trenches. We always make legend, only using shadow Pokemon, and this season is going to be the hardest challenge to date, as I am so fucking low on elo. We start this video around 2000, but this busted Great League team gets me back moving forward, and in game 1 we pick up a lead against Medicham. This is a kind of neutral matchup. We are double resisting counters. However, Psychic has the potential to one-shot. We simultaneously KO. I attempt to catch the Psychic on my Sableye, and they meet us with Cresselia. Cresselia no shields the foul play. I can shield once and farm down, even if the opponent baits me with Grass Knot like this brutal motherfucker does. They aren't going to make 2 moves. We commit to the farm down. I imagine the opponent is going to have to come in with the third. They come back in with the Medicham. Whatever they throw isn't going to do too much. The opponent throws that bank Psychic, and they realise the game's over. GG's, and thanks for playing. Moving on to the next battle, we see Skarmory in the lead. Absolutely brutal. We save switch into Sableye once again. Pretty neutral matchup. We look to throw on CMP so they don't sleek an air slash. This foul play should land for decent damage. We get the Skarmory into the yellow. I am going to shield up and once again look to throw on a CMP tie if the opponent stays in. We're counting air slashes. The opponent makes a swap into Altaria. Ouch, this game is brutal. Double flyers is not something you want to see. We fire off the foul play. We should get to 1 more. This foul play should be finally drawing a shield from the opponent, which it does. However, they are going to commit to the Dragon Breath farm down. Now, you can see this team is super weak to Altaria. We come in with the Beedrill. I've got no idea what to do here because both my Pokemon are going to struggle. I do shield it up. Look to commit to the Poison Jab farm down. Unfortunately, they do make 1 more charge move, but Swampert now has a chance at sweeping. We are going to mud shot down, but it is triple flyers. This Talonflame in the back. They are just going to Brave Bird me, and that is going to be all she wrote. And I got absolutely wrecked. However, triple flyers isn't really something you're going to see too often, but it absolutely shits on my team comp. Moving straight on into the next one. We lead Shadow Beedrill into defense Deoxys. Pretty neutral matchup. Once again, we double resist counters. However, Psycho Boost would one-shot because Psycho Boost is a pretty good move. I'm going to shield the first one and look to catch the second one. It's 5 counters to each one. You see me hit Sableye and we catch the second Psycho Boost on our Sableye. Let's see what the opponent is going to come in with. The opponent comes in with Hydreigon. Not fantastic. The new Community Day Pokemon. They are going to take us out with a brutal swing, and this matchup is brutally swinging in the opponent's favour. However, our little B is absolutely loaded, and X-Scissor is going to hit for super effective. I overfarm some more. If the opponent is going to burn a shield here, that is going to be a huge mistake. Opponent shields the first. I fire 1 more Poison Jab. We're already at the second, and we have residual energy. Good to go. We absolutely wreck the Hydreigon. Back out comes Defense Deoxys. They are energy dry. I throw on the 5th to maximise my energy gain. This X-Scissor will be knocking out unless the opponent shields. They let it go, and in the back is a Sableye. I am going to chip it with an X-Scissor. That will put it into Hydro Cannon range. The opponent actually shields it up, and here comes the GOAT. Finally making an appearance in this video. We are going to shield up the foul play, and it is all going to be about IVs. If the opponent has a really high ranked Sableye, we are going to win CMP on the next move. Let's find out. I fire the first Hydro Cannon. The opponent reaches the move now. Swampert wins CMP, and that's going to be a good game. GG's, and thanks for playing. Moving on to the next battle, we lead Shadow Beedrill into Alolan Marowak. Beedrill not winning too many leads. We say switch into Sableye. They come in to Azumarill. So I'm looking to CMP tie on the play rough. It is 6 bubbles to the play rough. Hopefully the Azu has thrown. Let's find out. Power Gem draws a shield from the opponent, and they have thrown. This is absolutely beautiful. They take me out with a play rough. We are going to come in with the Beedrill and commit to the Poison Jab farm down. Marowak might be a fire type, but they absolutely are not going to respect the drill run coverage. The opponent is throwing a charge move. There's no point in shielding this up because either way, Swampert in the back will piss all over that AWAC. We commit to the farm down, and you can see we are absolutely low. We fire off the drill run. We need to get a denial. We do not. The new game will not allow me to switch out, so Beedrill is going to go down with a shit ton of energy. You hate to see it, but we are up 2 shields. The opponent now switches out into Venusaur, and this is looking absolutely brutal. We've still got 2 shields. Sludge Wave doesn't quite do enough damage. The opponent hasn't thrown. They're committing to the Vine Whip farm down. Swampert makes a Hydro Cannon. See you fucking later, Venusaur. Back out comes the Marowak, which is absolutely loaded, and the opponent has thrown this match. They should have thrown the Frenzy Plant to draw a shield off me, and then the second Bone Club would have knocked out. However, we had still 2 shields, so we're going to shield both the Bone Clubs, and Swampert is going to say, fuck you, Venusaur, GG's, and thanks for playing. What can I say? The GOAT will always do motherfucking GOAT things. Moving on into the next battle, we see Nidoking in the lead. I've got 2 better responses in the back. The opponent throws a Poison Fang. There is absolutely no chance. I am shielding this up. They are going to lower my defense and probably come in and hard counter me, and hard counter they do. The opponent is a former legend. However, I do believe that's a huge misplay. Umbreon is such a wall to my Shadow Sableye. They should have just dipped out with that energy bank. That might cost them. We are going to fire off 1 more power gem. You can see we've got the opponent into the yellow, and at this stage there's obviously no point in shielding up Sableye. I am going to come back in with the B and start building up towards them drill runs to threaten the Nidoking when it should return. I'm really hoping the opponent isn't on Psychic. They build up to the Psychic and throw a foul play. Can we Poison Jab down before they make another move? We cannot, so I am going to be forced to burn a shield here. However, B is absolutely fucking loaded. I am going to be spamming out Swampert immediately. Let's see what the opponent has in the back. The opponent builds up just short of a Poison Fang, and it's Scrafty in the back. The opponent's still hanging on to 2 shields. They don't shield the first Hydro Cannon. They are going straight power up punch. This is an easy no shield for myself. I am going to look to build up to back-to-back Hydro Cannons. I throw the first. This will definitely be drawing a shield from the opponent. Can I make Hydro Cannon number 2? We cannot. We fall 1 mud shot short. However, the Scrafty is absolutely dry on energy. They're going to need 7 counters to get to the foul play. That absolutely isn't happening. We've got back-to-back drill runs. First one will be drawing the shield from this poor Nidoking, and guess what, motherfucker? Second drill run is going to be more than enough to knock out. GG's, and thanks for playing. Although Beedrill isn't winning too many leads, I do love to bank that energy or come in and hard farm down something, because the drill run coverage is absolutely beautiful. Moving back on to the next battle, we see another defense Deoxys in the lead. The opponent throws at a strange timing. Great play from the opponent. So I am going to have to shield the first one. You are going to see I'm going to look to catch the second one. I'm clicking Sableye. We're both using 2-turn moves. Why the fuck do you not let me switch out Niantic? We're on the new game, but absolutely fucking me as per usual. We are down 2 shields. I'm firing off an X Scissor before the opponent makes the third Psycho Boost. They let it go. We farm down. We are loaded, but we are down 2 shields. Out comes Bastiodon, so I am going to look to get both shields back from the opponent. Drill Run draws the first shield. I'm going straight for Drill Run number 2. I'm not going to risk baiting and the opponent calling it. We draw both shields. I'm going to allow myself to get farmed down because Swampert is the absolute wall face killer. The opponent is staying in. Whatever they throw isn't going to do too much damage. Swampert resists absolutely everything from this overrated brick wall. The opponent is still staying in. I am going to fire off a Hydro Cannon XL Bastiodon, despite taking super effective. Tanks that fairly well. It's Medicham in the back, so despite not being able to switch out of the opening matchup, we pull off the dart. GG's, and thanks for playing. Moving on into the next battle, we see the Kentucky Fried Chicken Bird of Death in the lead. Absolutely dreadful. We come in to our Sableye, and this will also be a losing matchup. Our Shadow Sableye is getting absolutely wrecked by the Incinerates. The opponent builds to 4. I know they're going to flame charge me, so I am going to shield the first one. Look to get off this second foul play, which we do 1 turn before they make their next move. If the opponent double shields, I'm definitely letting my Sableye go down once again. They have overfarmed. The opponent is playing this quite smartly. They are now 2 Incinerates away from the Brave Bird. I'm going to fully wait out my timer and come in to Shadow Swampert, hoping they don't hard punish me. The opponent builds up to the Brave Bird. I look to overfarm. I am going to shield up this potential Brave Bird. The opponent goes straight Brave Bird. I'm now going to look to build up close to 100 energy and fire off this Hydro Cannon. Even if I no-bobbled it, it would KO. Let's see what the opponent has in the back. The opponent is having a think. They absolutely do not have an answer for Swampert. You can see I'm on Sludge Wave. If we had Earthquake, we would be nuking this tin can back to his Pokeball. However, Hydro Cannon still do reasonable damage. I'm going to fire off one more Hydro Cannon. I'm counting lock-ons. I'm going to attempt to catch a Focus Blast onto my Beedrill, but the opponent switches out into Medicham. All I've got to do here is get this thing into Hydro Cannon range. X-Scissor is going to do that. The opponent is going to have to Psychic to take me out. They throw immediately, and this is G to the fucking G. Psychic takes me out. I'm just going to come in, build to back-to-back moves. First Hydro Cannon is going to be taking care of Medicham, and Swampert is going to win CMP against that big tin can. Hi tin can, bye tin can, GG's, and thanks for playing. Moving on to the next battle. We're seeing Mr. Willy Wonka, and he leads Haunter. That is absolutely dreadful. We say switch into Sableye, and we are hard punished with a Grand Bomb going straight for the Hail Mary. If the opponent doesn't shield, this is absolutely gonna KO. The opponent smartly shields, but we are looking absolutely fucked. I'm going to come back in with Beedrill. I'm looking to Poison Jab down. The opponent makes a Crunch, and Crunch is going to do massive neutral damage. So I do shield it up. We commit to the farm down. Back out comes Haunter. As they're already down one shield, I'm hoping the opponent thinks we're baiting. They correctly shield up a Drill Run, and once again, we aren't looking in the best spot. This should just be a Shadow Punch. We survive on 1 HP and a Dream. I say switch into Swampert, and it is Medicham in the back. I'm really hoping the opponent is on Power Up Punch. They build to 6. This could be an Ice Punch. I'm calling the Power Up Punch bait, and it is an Ice Punch. So, in hindsight, I probably should have shielded. But we are going to be able to take care of this Medicham, but Haunter is going to Shadow Claw us down, and we are going to take another loss in this video. Well, I say another loss. It wasn't really too bad. We went 12-3 overall with 4 consecutive 4-1s. Moving on into the next one. We see Golisopod in the lead. Shout out to my factions teammate, Home Slice Henry. Because of him, I know this thing has Aerial Ace. However, they throw an Aqua Jet. These Fury Cutters are hitting for neutral against my Sableye. They build up to what could potentially be another Aerial Ace and switch out into a Azumarill. Not fantastic. We hit him with a Power Gem. The opponent is going to have to throw, though. They can't bubble us down from this range, so I am going to allow Sableye to go down. Play rough absolutely nukes us, and once again, as always, the theme of the video is come in with the Beedrill and commit to the Poison Jab farm down. We fully fast move down before getting hit with a move. They come back into Golisopod. I'm really hoping this is an Aerial Ace, but they actually bait me with an X-Scissor, so the opponent didn't even have Aerial Ace, and like an absolute noob, I do shield up a double resisted X-Scissor, but it's Galarian Stunfisk in the back. We're going to take both shields with the back-to-back Drill Runs, and hi, Bear Trap. Meet my good buddy, Shadow Swampert, and that's going to be all she wrote. GG's, and thanks for playing. Moving on into the next battle. Finally, Beedrill sees a lead. It likes. They say switch into defense Deoxys, and we hard punish them with a Sableye. However, in the Shadow variant, Thunderbolt does hit for big neutral damage. You can see we're into the yellow. I am going to farm up just before they get to a potential Psycho Boost and fire off the Foul Play. I really want to make a Power Gem against that A9, but you can see we're super low. I am going to attempt to make the Power Gem. Let's see if we make it. I shit my pants realizing the next charm will take me out, so I am going to settle for a Foul Play. The opponent smartly no shields. However, we can come back in with the Beedrill. I am going to fire off an X-Scissor just as they reach the Weather Ball. Let's see if the opponent wants to preserve that A9. They do. They switch out, banking a move, and it is Scrafty in the back. The opponent throws after 5. This is just a Power Up Punch. I'm going to show zero respect as the opponent didn't even build up to the Foul Play. I am going to start spamming out X-Scissors. X-Scissor draws a shield from the opponent, and I'm now going to take him out with a Drill Run. This should be more than enough to take care of Scrafty. Swampert, good buddy, as you are the GOAT. I know you carry the team on many occasions. You have a rest, my good friend, as Beedrill is going to take us over the finish line. GG's, and thanks for playing. Moving on to the next battle, we see Trevenant in the lead. The opponent say switches into Vigoroth, and I have a better answer for Trevenant in the back, so I'm going to stay in with the Beedrill. We can tank one Body Slam, and due to us double resisting counters, we are in a pretty sweet spot. I'm going straight for the Drill Run to guarantee the knockout or draw a shield. The opponent shields it up, but I can now match shields, and now they will be in X-Scissor range with the residual Poison Jab. So once again, it's 5 to every Body Slam. So on the 5th, I'm going to win CMP X-Scissor will be enough to knock out unless the opponent is willing to double shield. They do shield it up. In the back is a Walrus. I'm only going to make one move. I go straight for the hard hitting Drill Run. The opponent shields it up. We are going to get Powder Snow down. I am going to have to bring Swampert into this Walrus as it has 0 play against Trevenant. They are at 8, so if the opponent throws an Earthquake, they do not. I am going to fire off a Hydro Cannon. The Hydro Cannon is going to do some valuable chip damage. They are now at the next Icicle Sphere, and Swampert, unfortunately, you are going to be the sacrificial goat or lamb in this video, as you essentially did absolutely nothing. The opponent builds up a boatload of energy, switch out into Trevenant. I am going to be taking care of this Trevenant with a foul play. The opponent is going to have to make back-to-back moves. However, Sableye says no chance, and that is going to be a good game. GG's, and thanks for playing. Moving on to the next battle. We lead Shadow Beedrill into Scrafty. Pretty good matchup. Foul play does do big neutral damage to the squishy Shadow Beedrill. The opponent is building up towards the foul play. I'm going to go straight for this Drill Run. The opponent lets it go. I am going to shield up the foul play and commit to the Poison Jab farm down. Great shield on my part. The opponent switches out into Empoleon, and I'm really not sure what to do. I build up to a Drill Run, come in to Sableye. We can tank one Hydro Cannon, but ouch, that does a lot of damage. We are going to be able to make a foul play, hopefully drawing a shield from the opponent, which we do. However, we do get Waterfall farm down. I've got the Drill Run locked and loaded, so I am going to be firing it off, seeing if the opponent is willing to double shield. We're going straight for the Hail Mary. Does the opponent respect it? They do. Is the opponent going to farm me down? No, they don't. The opponent is looking to give me a win, and I'm very grateful as I need all the elo I can get. We are going to be able to outpace to this Hydro Cannon I throw just before they reach the energy for their own Hydro Cannon. Hydro Cannon is going to take care of Empoleon, and what is in the back? It is Venusaur, so this game is over. GG's, and thanks for playing. Venusaur in the back, absolutely feasting. Moving on into the next battle, we see Medicham in the lead. The opponent switches out into Talonflame, and the only way we are going to lose this matchup is if we get hit with a Brave Bird. However, in the Great League, Shadow Swampert one-shots Talonflame, so I'm more than happy to shield up whatever the opponent throws. The opponent baits me with a Flame Charge. However, that is not going to save you. We are already almost at the back-to-back Hydro Cannons. The opponent chooses to double shield, and they still haven't thrown, so Swampert is going to win this matchup and get both shields from the opponent. The GOAT says, fuck you, Kentucky Fried Chicken. Bird of Death. The opponent comes back in to Medicham, as I've got 2 decent responses to Medicham. I'm not going to allow myself to get farmed down. I say switch into Sableye, and the opponent concedes the match. GG's, and thanks for playing. Moving on into the next battle, we see one of the worst possible leads for this team. The Dragon Breath damage is absolutely brutal to all 3 Shadow Pokemon. I am going to shield up the Sky Attack, and I'm going to look to build up to what could be a Sludge Bomb, but let's not kid ourselves. No one runs Sludge Bomb in the Great League, but the opponent does shield it up, obviously realizing that Altaria is super good as I'm staying in such a negative matchup. Well, you might think so, but Beedrill is going to make yet another X-Scissor, so the opponent is going to be forced to double shield, or Beedrill is going to beat Altaria. You heard it here first. Beedrill is an Altaria counter, confirmed. The opponent comes in to Galarian Stunfisk. I'm looking to throw a Hydro Cannon on a CMP tie to the Earthquake. Hydro Cannon draws the opponent's final shield. I am going to shield this up, even if they Rock Slide bait me. I don't want to get nuked, but the opponent actually throws the X-Scissor. They come in to Azumarill. I'm just going to sacrifice my Sableye. The Shadow Claws put this into Sludge Wave range. We're going to get taken out with a Play Rough. I'm going to come back in to Swampert, over farm as much as I physically can. Sludge Wave is going to take care of the Azumarill, and that Galarian Stunfisk is pretty energy dry. I'm over farming for no apparent reason, as Hydro Cannon would KO even without the additional mud shots, but either way, Swampert cleans up that game. GG's, and thanks for playing. Moving on to the next battle, we see the Bear Trap this time in the lead. I say switch into Sableye, and the opponent comes in to the Mighty Blue Mouse. The basic bitch meta has returned. This is just 5. This is just an Ice Beam. I always look to throw on a CMP tie to the Play Rough, but the opponent threw early, so I allow it to go through, and I'm going to fire back with a Power Gem. The opponent shields it up, and I am going to make one more Power Gem. Once again, looking to throw when they gain that energy. For the next move, Power Gem lands for decent damage. The opponent smartly doesn't throw. I almost get off the foul play. Absolutely brutal. However, we're going to come in to Beedrill. Are they on Hydro Pump? We are about to find out. Hydro Pump lands for huge neutral damage. I'm spamming out Swampert. Can Swampert up shields, clean up this battle? The Bear Trap is staying in. They've now got enough energy for an Earthquake, and absolutely brutally the opponent baits me with a Rock Slide. I am going to look to overfarm. The opponent makes a great swap on the Hydro Cannon, catching it onto Beedrill. However, this isn't a bad matchup for Swampert. I'm going to look to draw the opponent's final shield here with another Hydro Cannon. The opponent does shield it up. They build up to what could be a Drill Run. I'm fully expecting to get X-Scissor baited, but to my surprise, they throw the Drill Run, and that is going to be all she wrote. We commit to the Mud Shot farm down, and you already know that it's going to be high Bear Trap, buy Bear Trap. The opponent has forced closed the app, hence we're lagging, and if I was them, I would as well. So those were the battles with this busted Triple Shadow Great League team. I've used this team numerous times and it always guarantees success. If you're looking for a strong team that is a bit off meta with the Beedrill, I'd highly recommend this. So if you're new, consider subscribing. If you're enjoying the content, smash that like button. And from here on out, we are going to be documenting the slow grind to legend once again, only using Shadow Pokemon. So just like to say thanks for watching, and I will see you all in the next one.